Hey guys, Dashing Subtile here, and in this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be reacting to Can I Beat Pokemon Insurgence with Only Eevee by Viperio. And so, if you do not know, Viperio and I did a Pokemon Insurgence with Only Eevee versus on Twitch. And so, we so we're versing each other to see who will have the least amount of deaths and um and who makes it first. So let's get into it.
What's going on, guys? It's Viperio, no life Pokemon player, and welcome to my journey of Can I Beat Pokemon Insurgence with only one Eevee.
Yup.
I won't be using a regular Eevee though, because Pokemon Insurgence gave Eevee a Mega Evolution. When Mega Eevee uses a move, it transforms into the evolution of the type of that move if possible. So if it uses Thunderbolt, for example, it becomes Jolteon. There also is a move tutor in the game that gives Eevee access to a good move for each type of an evolution, making this a very interesting solo run. To make it even more interesting, I'm doing this with someone else. My rival, Dashing Sceptile, also did this challenge, and we did a competition where we kept track of how often we lost a battle. And the one with the least losses after beating the champion, if we got there, would be the winner. We streamed most parts of the challenge together on Twitch, so you can see a face cam.
Pause. You see, that's 29, that's 48. That's hilarious. Okay, so yeah, let's continue.
With very bad lighting in this video, and also you should follow us on Twitch. Links are in the description. I almost forgot them when writing the script, but here they are anyways. The rules. First of all, I can only use Eevee in battle. I can't use items in battle. We're playing on normal mode because we don't completely hate ourselves, so we're not gonna do hard mode with a level cap. And of course, no glitches or exploits are allowed. Thanks for sticking through this long intro, and let's go to the challenge. Unfortunately, because the first stream of this challenge was my first stream ever, I did not know I had to enable saving the stream, so I don't have that footage. But except for resetting for a good Eevee, we didn't do much. At the start of the second stream, I had a level 17 Eevee with a plus attack, minus speed nature, usable IVs, and adaptability.
My Eevee was gentle, which was minus defense plus special defense with adaptability as well. Mine was named Jolly, his was named Omnion.
Boosting his stab normal type moves even further. I called it Omnion, a combination of the Latin word omnis, meaning all, and Eon, the end of all of the evolutions' names, basically meaning all evolutions. My current moves were Quick Attack, Bite, Tail Whip, and Sand Attack.
Mine was Quick Attack, Bite, Swift, and Sand Attack, I believe. Swift helped a lot against the rock types with high physical defense, by the way.
2 deaths at the point, I got 2 more before reaching Midnight Town, but most of those were because I went to battles without full health, so I won't be discussing any avoidable deaths to random trainers for the rest of the video. In Midnight Town, I got one of the best items, Leftovers, and at the end for Workup, our only available attack boosting move of the run, for which I replaced Tail Whip. After finding
I did not understand, like, I had Workup, because it boosted my attack and special attack, which was awesome, and yeah.
Nora and the Midnight Mine, we battled in a trainer school tournament, but all 3 battles were easy wins with a combination of Workup and Quick Attack. Winning the tournament rewarded us with the return TM, and I decided to teach that over Quick Attack. Once I got to the first gym leader, Eevee already got to level 30, but because we were playing on normal mode, there luckily was no level cap. Orion's team is sun-based, with his default pick setting up sunny weather. Because his other Pokemon relied on that sunny weather, I didn't immediately kill the default picks, but used Sand Attack and 2 Workups instead, to base some of the Sunshine's 5 turns. Deerling came in on the last turn of the weather, so Chlorophyll still
I got like multiple deaths to end this battle because the Charmeleon would always
but Eevee hung on to a double kick, and then with the sun gone, went on to outspeed and OHKO the rest of Orion's Pokemon.
I didn't outspeed because I think I was level 28, I think, and
next big battle was our second battle against Nora. Even after I used 2 Workups, the Honey survived a super effective bite, but it couldn't do much back. The rest of her Pokemon were all easy one-shots with adaptability boost return, including her mythical companion Celebi that she now used in battle. After this battle, I could set up a secret base, where I placed a move learner so I could re-teach Eevee Quick Attack over Sand Attack just before the second gym. Xavier's bug and poison types look very scary on paper.
Was very hard.
This might be the hardest
This battle was very hard, I'm not even gonna lie. We just worked up on this thing, but it kept cursing, which was a problem.
HP and damage, and By now we could slowly but surely chip down the Shocker.
Yeah,
At
we
Eevee's current
had to get
level, a
plus
+6
6.
quick
I
attack
had
was
to
just
count. I think
barely enough to always
I think
auto
I'll
his
go
power across,
48 for
and
this.
his next 3 Pokemon were all
Yeah.
less bulky, so those were 3 more one-shots with quick attack. His last Pokemon, Haunter, couldn't be quick attacked because of his ghost typing, but after a miss with a Wisp,
this was
Bite
the hard
finished the
calc.
job.
Yeah, I had.
Up next was a scary double
I had
battle,
to
so in
calc to see
preparation,
if I'll
instead of
survive and
over-leveling
which
even
was
more,
awesome.
I decided to grind for IV stones.
I
As
did
were similar
not.
to
This
Water
could
Caps,
probably
and maxing out the
be
IV of
the
one
difference.
stat, but your Pokemon doesn't need to be level 100, and they can be found by using Rock Smash and getting lucky. Speaking of getting lucky, before getting any IV stones, this happened.
This happened.
Best, most underrated coach, and Shiny Nose Pass!
Wait, no way. Let me see your stream. Hold on.
Shiny Nose Pass!
No way. That was crazy
Shiny
that
Nose
happened.
Pass.
There's no way. There is no way.
Shiny Nose Pass. After catching the Shiny Nose Pass, I stopped for the day, marking the end of stream number 2.
That was awesome.
Before streaming again though, I did some homework.
Yeah, that was actually
I continued
awesome.
to grind for IV
There
stones
was the
on stream,
IV
starting the third stream with 5
I
of them,
used it
enough to
only
max out
for
most of
special-
Eevee stats,
only for special
only
attack
leaving its
because
speed
my
IVs
special
29,
attack
which I
was
maxed out sometime later.
0, so
It was now time
I
for
had
the
to.
third 2v1
Most
battle
of
against
the
2
EVs
Abyssal
were
Grunts.
special. Yup.
The Starmie confused Eevee, but we broke through and one-shot the Starmie with a return before the duo got a small amount of chip damage.
This battle was hard.
Which I targeted so one of the grunts would be out of their
Because
2
they just
Pokemon,
kept-
making it a 1v1, but although
was
he managed
very
to
hard.
OHKO the Skrill, it still poisoned me with its poison point ability. Luckily, my leftovers made Eevee survive long enough to use Work Up once and then finish off the second grunt's 2 Pokemon.
By this time, I think I
Having
had
2
like
rifles, of
20
course,
deaths.
had been way too long
Yeah,
since the
that
last
was not
rifle battle,
fun.
so Damien decided
Yeah,
to challenge us to a
it was
duel.
20 deaths.
He
Yeah.
foolishly
And
tried to set
I
up
got
his
one
Groudon
here
to allow me to
because
set up as well, and just
me.
like against Nora,
Yeah, that
only
was not
Pokemon
fun.
survived the hit
It
was
was just
Damien's
it
Steel
was
type
just messing
tank,
the game
but it got
problems.
flinched by Bite, so it wasn't a problem.
Yep.
His Luxray didn't have Intimidate, so the rest of his Pokemon
Oh, yeah,
were
that-
all easy one-shots.
Them didn't
Now
me.
only
Yeah,
one
that was
battle
a
remained
problem.
before I could get
Okay,
access to
and that
Mega
was-
Evolution.
Tam was such a problem battle because the Stunfisk. The Mega Stunfisk gave us so many problems because it basically has huge power but for the special attack, which is not good at all.
Taken from the professional build
Yep.
level Kyurem, which I spent Eevee and got us
Yeah.
down to around a third of our HP before I finished it after setting up one workup. Fireward chipped me down even more, and his Mega Stunfisk, which got newly introduced in these games, managed to survive one return and then finish us off, giving us our first death at a big battle. I returned after using the 6 rare candies I'd collected on the way here, but this time Eevee was faster than Kyurem, so Taeyan called for Scary Face, lowering my speed, making me slower than his Mega Stunfisk and his Grumpig, so I lost yet again. This time, I came back with a strategy. Eevee was holding a White Herb, a one-time use item, which removes negative stat changes, so it removed the speed run from Scary Face while I set up Workup.
I did not
Kyurem
do
did
that.
outsped me, meaning we had the exact same speed set, and I just got lucky early with the speed tie, but he went for Ice Beam, so it wasn't much of a problem. Fireball again got some chip damage, but because of the extra levels,
the
I could
water,
now OHKO the
that
Mega Stunfisk
was
before it could hit me, and the
interesting,
same applied to Grumpig.
Yeah,
With
I
Taeyan
had
defeated, I could now get the
I think
Eevee,
24,
Eevee's
that's
Mega
what I
Stone.
think. Yes,
I could
the
also
Eevee.
actually move through
That was so good. We got the Eevee. That was so good.
giving us a
But
bunch
yeah,
of cool moves, so I thought
get the
Eevee
moves
Thunderbolts,
now,
Ice
and
Beam, and the Moonblast
yeah,
for the next gym,
the
keeping work
first
up
gym
to my
was
fourth
flying,
move.
so we just got
The
ice
third
and
gym
fairy.
leader, East, the sky-based
We
team
just
of
got
Phoenix
ice and
Flying
fairy,
and Dragon
basically.
Ice, but
I
surprisingly
basically
his
just-
lead
No,
Skarmory was the biggest
I got
problem.
electric and
Sure, he
ice, and
allowed
I
it to
just
always
swept.
live one
Yeah, I
hit,
just
so it
swept.
could get a guaranteed
I
toxic
just
against
hope
me,
this.
putting me on a timer, and I didn't even get
No,
past the
wait.
second Pokemon.
Wait. I think I got Espeon Jolteon because Espeon Jolteon and Glaceon because Espeon, his Skarmory could not touch Espeon, and then killed with Jolteon and etc. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what was.
For the
because
second
Magic
attempt,
Bounce,
I
that's why.
replaced Workup with
Because Magic
Refresh
Bounce.
using the move learner, but I didn't end up needing it because Skarmory missed Toxic and died shortly afterwards.
Yeah,
I still was satisfied
they did
Northern because it
one
burned me
because
with Flamethrower, but it does a lot less damage than
which is
Toxic.
why I am
Kingdra
Magic
went down
Bounce
to 1 Moonblast. Talonflame was
As them
easy
to
with
Magic
Thunderbolt, and
Bounce.
Ice Beam easily took care of his last 2 Pokemon, winning
Yeah.
the battle with less than a quarter of my HP
That was-
remaining.
that was-
There
I
also
beat
was this
second try,
small
yeah.
boss battle afterwards with a Mega Rayquaza.
I survived this
Easy
hit,
OHKO with Ice
and
Beam,
I
and that was
basically
also the
stood,
end
yep.
of the third stream.
That was awesome.
Stream number 4 started with, guess what, a rival battle.
Yep.
I had to choose to battle Damien or Nora, and went for Nora because
I chose Nora as well, and
because I had a better matchup against her.
It was an
Therapist
easy
OHKO'd
sweep.
most of her Pokemon, although I took quite some recoil damage in the process, and a bit of damage from a Mega Flygon as well, leaving me at 13 HP at the end of the battle. Next up was a battle against the Oracle with her Psychic and Ghost types. Wait, what is its gen? Huh, the Oracle is apparently male. Anyways, his blade in that
interesting.
case went down to a single leaf blade, but then I got burned by Delphox and also dropped my special attack with Mystical Fire.
Basically, I got burned too, and it was bad because I needed to not get burned because there was an Aegis Slash, and the Aegis Slash basically killed when I was Umbreon because
luckily,
it had
Aegis
like
Slash came in next, and it doesn't attack often, so it gave me some time to use Refresh, which I hadn't replaced yet.
I did not
because
have
we weren't burned anymore, and because Aegis Slash used Sword Stance, Foul Play, which uses the opponent's attack stat, managed to one-shot it even though it wasn't shield form. After that, Jelly Sand and Mega Bayonet were easy OKOs with Leaf Blade and Foul Play respectively, so we could move on. Time for another battle against the cult leader with a legendary, Audrey with Lugia. He managed to tank a Thunderbolt thanks to his multi-skill ability, halving damage down when Lugia is at full HP. So the second hit did more damage, two-shelling the Lugia. She also had 5 other Pokemon, but I outsped an Oko in all of those, so it was an easy battle. Because the next gym leader, Harmony, had a Gardevoir with Focus Edge Destiny Bond, I wanted some kind of move that would be helpful and wouldn't kill her. I could have used Work Up, but I opted to use a newly unlocked move to her to teach Eevee Wish, a decent healing move.
I think I went for Psychic first,
combination of King's Rock, Skill Link and Tail Slap, giving it a 10%.
I brought Psychic, Leaf Blade, and I think that was all I needed. It was Psychic, Leaf Blade, and Thunderbolt for Togekiss. Yeah, that was it.
Chance to flinch me with each of its 5 hits, and it outsped my Mega Eevee and flinched me. However, I went for a Leaf Blade on turn 2, transforming me into Leafeon, which is just a bit faster than Mega Eevee, allowing it to outspeed and kill on Chinchino. Her Sylveon also got one-shot by Leaf Blade, and I decided to heal with Wish against her Gardevoir, scouting out the potential Destiny Bond. She didn't go for it though, so after healing back up to full by Wish, I finished the Gardevoir. Azumarill had huge power and not Sap Sipper, so Leaf Blade was a free OKO and Togekiss went down to 1 Thunderbolt. Last was Mega Miltank, which tanked 1 Leaf Blade and went for Curse, boosting his defense stats so it would be able to take a second Leaf Blade, so I went for Thunderbolt instead to hit it on the special side enough to pick up the KO, getting us our 4th badge. Next stream I made the most progress in one stream so far. First of all, we had a rematch against Audrey, but this time she had Primal Kyogre instead of Lugia. She also had an Alakazam with Focus Edge this time, guaranteeing some decent damage, but the rest of her mons, including Primal Kyogre, all got outsped and one-shot. Second in this boss rush stream,
this one gave me problems
because
this one gave me problems because I could not kill the Mega Metagross, and I could not kill anything else because I had Klefki. No, I had Espeon for Klefki, I had Umbreon, and I had Flareon. And I lost multiple times this one. I think at this point I had like, I'd say 35 deaths. Yeah, it was not good.
Steel types. Klefki used Swagger to raise my attack, but also confused me, although it broke through and killed the Klefki immediately. Unfortunately, her Mega Metagross outsped me and took me down to red health with Earthquake, after which I KO'd myself with the Flareon's recoil damage. After losing another attempt at Confusion Hacks, I returned 6 levels higher, because of more rare candies, and with Psychic and Foul Play.
Yeah, I Psychic because of the Magic.
I started by using Psychic to turn into Espeon with Magic Bounce to avoid getting confused by Klefki. This also made Anastasia send an Aegis Slash as a second Pokemon instead of Metagross. I went for a Wish, predicting a King Shield, which was correct, and over half her HP with Foul Play and healed back the damage they did with Wish. After a similar sequence, where instead of attacking she healed up, she ended up around the same HP, but this time in shield form, so I predicted she wouldn't go for King Shield again, so I just finished it with Foul Play. Both Electivire and Rotom Wash got one-shot by Psychic, and after I broke a story earlier with Foul Play and the full switch out, Magnezone got finished off by a Flare Blitz. Mega Metagross was next, and as an Umbreon I could easily take the Earthquake and knock it out with one Foul Play. After changing my moveset, it was time for another battle against Taeyan. Just like against Klefki, I used Magic Bounce Espeon for his Grumpig, this time to avoid getting paralyzed.
I did not.
I did not spend over with all of his Pokemon.
I got many deaths
to
this one because of this mon right here. If you've been around around the channel for a while, you know that I hate fighting Mega Charizard X. At this point, I think I had like, I'd say 40 dead. No, it was not 40. It was this is where it was around like 35, I'd say, or no, it was. I think at this point I had 31.
It was Mega Charizard X, Armor Zekrom, and Kahira.
I just hate Mega Charizard X.
This game has as many calls there are rare battles, way too many. So of course, time for another battle against a gold leader. This time featuring the Inferno Gold Sea Nymph. Its Blaziken had speed boost and a focus
Yeah, I
sash,
did. I
so
saw
it
you
needed
had it
even
on
quick attack to
I
guarantee I
remember
could kill it
perfectly,
before
yeah.
it could kill me with a Sword Stance boosted Brave
I
Bird.
remember perfectly.
I missed Hydro
It
Pump
has
against
Hydro Pump
Asteriel, but it
yeah.
also wasted a turn by going for Sword Stance, so I got a 3-second chance, this time hitting an Oko.
No, wait. I think I had Return, Thunderbolt, Hydro Pump, and Psychic.
And I managed to land 2 more one-shot Hydro Pumps against a Volker Ronan Channeler. Mega Megargo's ability made it immune to water, so I used Psychic instead, which was still enough to finish the battle in one hit. Before being able to challenge the 6th gym, I had to battle Persephone, who was a bit pissed about something with Darkrai, the fact that I still exist or something, I don't know. Anyways, I saw through Mega Zoroark tricks, killed him with Moonblast, and went on to sweep the rest of the team pretty easily. Time to battle Diana with her Psychic and Ghost types. Sableye had Prankster with Will-O-Wisp, but turning into Astrium for Magic Lines wouldn't really help me since I wouldn't know damage for Psychic, so I used Flareon instead, which as a fire type couldn't be burned either, and Flare Blitz was enough for the kill. And Gengar went down to his Psychic, and Mega Gothitelle went down to Moonblast since it's now a part Dark type. Wardform managed to survive a Moonblast, but it did almost no damage and it went down afterwards. Chandelure was another one-shot with Psychic, and last was Cresselia. It took around half HP from Moonblast and boosted its special defense with Calm Mind, so similar to when I switched to special attacks against
I had Foul Play as well. I don't know why Viperio didn't have Foul Play. The Psychic, having the Dark type against the Psychic gym, I don't know, I have no idea what he was thinking, but I grabbed Foul Play because I was immune to other Psychic attacks and etc.
With Curse, I switched to the Physical Flare Blitz to finish the Cresselia. Time for the second difficult double battle in the round, but this time it wasn't just 2v1. It was a multi-battle with Nora against Taeyan, making it pretty easy actually.
Oh yeah, I think Nora saved me every single
with Foul Play, and the Salamence hit the Leafani. Now the Salamence was locked into Outrage, I hit the Kyurem White with Moonblast for good damage, and to turn into the Fairy type Sylveon, so I was immune to the potential Dragon type attacks. I then maybe accidentally, well, no, let's just say I wanted to make it more of a fairer fight by killing
Viperio, what are you doing? You legit just attacked your partner! Oh my gosh. Why did you not tell me that? I would have laughed so hard on stream if you told me that. Why did you not tell me that? That's kinda hilarious. Oh my god!
Still managed to finish Taeyan's
Destroyed!
She then sent out her Manatam, which one-shot Taeyan's Mega Typhlosion.
That was
Eevee got the Salamence, bringing him down to the last.
Let's just say that was a bruh moment. Good job.
Two Pokemon. Tormentank got a second kill on the Luxray because of a crit, and although Zekrom somehow managed to survive a Moonblast, Tormentank cleaned it up on the next turn, getting yet another kill and winning us the battle. After beating up an old lady and teaching me what projection feels like, I could challenge Calgary with his rain-based gym team. Problem is, this time I can't stall out the weather like I did during the first gym battle, since here it is overworld rain, so it was permanent.
Yeah.
The battle started off well with one-shotting his Mega Pokemon right off the bat with Leaf Blade, but that was where
I did this battle at level 106, and yeah, that was tough.
Dragonite took a Moonblast because of multi-skill.
Wait, what am I saying? It wasn't even tough. I awkward everything.
Activated his weakness policy, hit that with a Hurricane and confused me. After one wasted turn, because of a full storm, I hit myself with Confusion, took a lot of damage from Earthquake, and finally finished the Dragonite on the turn afterwards. And then Heliolisk survived one hit and knocked me out.
I only had Leaf and Ice Beam. That was enough to just win this gym, yeah.
Fantastic. Second attempt, I didn't get confused by Hurricane, so I got past Dragonite.
Imagine not being at level 106 and Okoing everything. Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
I couldn't be able to beat the Heliolisk, but the special tank managed to finish us, partially because of another full restore. Third attempt, I went for Psychic against Dragonite to break multi-skill to avoid the weakness policy, so Hurricane did less damage, and I finished him with Moonblast afterwards.
What are you doing?
I also managed to make him waste 2 full restores on Heliolisk this run before it went down. This time I used Wish against Goodrat to heal up a bit, and because he was out of full restores, a combo of Moonblast and Psychic was enough to finish the job here. Kabutops did a bit of damage, but went down afterwards, and I somehow outspent Manaphy, finally giving me the 7th badge. Stream number 6 started with another battle against Taeyan in the Perfection base. Leaf Blade was enough to one-shot Poliwrath, and after he stalled that Darmanitan switched out with U-turn,
Oh
so
yeah,
Striker
that
almost went
dimension
down
was
to
a
one Moonblast.
problem.
Tay and them went on to cheat by
In my
both
opinion,
Mega
it was a
Evolving
problem.
and healing
I
up on the
forgot
next
this was Mega
turn,
when
but it
I
didn't
did.
matter because we outsped and
It
two-shotted
didn't
it
do a
as
kill
he
on
with
me, but
Psychic.
yeah.
This time,
I didn't die
Darmanitan
though,
didn't
but
switch
yeah.
out with U-turn, so I could finish it with Moonblast.
Yeah,
Next was
that
Mewtwo, which actually
Darmanitan
wasn't a big
was a
problem, since Leaf
problem when
Blade was
I
a
did
two-shot and
without
they wasted
Eevee.
one turn with Calm
Like
Mind. Moonblast then
on
OHKO'd his
a normal
Gallade, and
playthrough,
although
yeah.
Kyurem just barely hung on, a Psychic finished it on the next turn. Time to end another cult, because why not? Let's finish Zenith and his Inferno cult. Hyper Pump missed annoyingly often, so on the second attempt I used Foul Play against Excadrill instead, also because it was a two-shot and he would use Swords Dance on turn 1 anyways. For Volcarona, which could be a big threat with Quiver Dance, I did have to use Hydro Pump, which managed to OHKO even though Quiver Dance gave it a special defense boost. Hydro Pump then showed its
Totally nothing happened during Zenith for me. Yeah, totally. Nothing happened. Yeah, totally nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, nothing happened against Zenith.
unreliability again by missing against Chandelure,
nothing
which
happened
took
when I
almost half
burst,
of my
so I
HP
was
with Choice
fine.
Specs Energy Ball, but
Nothing
luckily
happened.
I landed and
I was
OHKO'd them on the
perfectly
next
fine,
turn.
y'all.
Next was Primal Ground,
I was
and this
perfectly
thing has
fine.
a huge problem.
Lol.
It's immune to Hydro Pump because of that
Yeah, it
land.
was
It has
immune to
180
Hydro
base
Pump. I
attack
think you
and
were
also a
probably
lot of
the
bulk,
Psychic.
so Foul Play did less than
Yeah.
half of his HP, but he almost finished us off. I'd already conceded defeat and decided to just see how much Psychic would do, and it killed? I still had a chance. His Mega Blaziken went down to Psychic in one hit, and last was Heatran, which I managed to hit with a Hydro Pump, enough to win the battle. Next up was a field trip to my own dream realm with on the agenda finishing another cult, battling my Noodles infected rival, and beating on my dad. Sounds fun. First up was my last battle against Persephone, where lead Mega Spiritomb burned me on the first attempt, but on the second one I got a high roll of Moonblast, KO'ing them turn 1. Because I wasn't burned, I could now OHKO or Choice Band Metagross with Foul Play.
I think the moves I was going in with was Moonblast Quick Attack, was Work Up, and I didn't have
went down
anything
to a
to
combination
yeah.
of Moonblast and Psychic. Moonblast then lowered her Houndoom special attack, so I decided to take that opportunity to heal up with Wish, and after a missed Fire Blast, Houndoom went down. Gengar was an easy KO with Psychic, and Hydreigon went down to a single Moonblast, so now only the Sky and Perfection cults remained. After 3 cult battles in a row, time for the first rival battle since the Tier Library. Damien's Deoxys attack form got baited into using Psycho Boost, while Eevee turned to Umbreon and brought down Deoxys to its Focus Sash. I had Quick Attack for this exact situation, but I knew that he would heal up, so I just finished it with Foul Play instead.
Wow!
We then had a Mega Eevee showdown, where this run I didn't get burned by skulls, and Damien's Mega Eevee went down to 2 Moonblasts.
Also, Damien is a hacker because you can't get the Skull Move Tutor until Gaia Town, which is post-game, so Damien is a hacker confirmed.
This Metagross actually didn't get one-shot by Foul Play, but Meteor Mash didn't do too much, so we could finish it on the second turn instead. Last was his Shaman Skyform, which tried to stall me out with Leech Seed.
I mean, it makes sense why he's a hacker. He has all the DNA stuff in him, and yeah.
But after a short time, I got bored and went for Air Slash instead, and I got lucky not getting flinched, so I could finish a Shaman. Almost being at the end of our journey, it was time for the 8th and final gym battle against Adam, an actual existing death character in a Pokemon game, also being the first Dark-type gym leader.
Adam
this
gave me
would have
one
been a main series game, of course. His lead Greninja was there to set up hazards, but I don't switch, so it went for Taunt, but wasn't planning on using any status attacks. And his last move was Shadow Sneak, so yeah, this thing was useless and also went down very easily. He brought in Drapion, one of his bigger threats, which is the reason I used 6 rare candies, but Adam used the turn to sack Drapion and revive Greninja. I'll gladly take it. The rest of the battle was 5 more OHKOs. Leaf Blade one-shot Tyranitar, Hydreigon got completely destroyed by Moonblast, Hydro Pump was barely enough to knock out the Bisharp, Spiritomb went down to his only weakness being Fairy-type attacks, and last was Greninja, which again just used Taunt and went down to Leaf Blade afterwards, getting us our final gym badge. Before we could challenge the Elite 4, there were 2 more big battles. First up, our first and last full battle.
I was foul played just for Aegis House for this battle.
From the Sky Cult. Aegis couldn't do much to me, and the
foul
couple Hydro Pumps managed to knock it out. And for some reason, Jaren almost brought it Arcanine if my Mega Eevee wasn't for Vaporeon, but I outspent, so Hydro Pump easily picked up a second kill. Good Red was a one-shot with Ice Beam, and after a low bro Moonblast didn't go to Viperio, I got a better damage roll, KO'ing from Max HP. Then the big bad Choice Band Mega Rayquaza got sent out.
It was Choice Band Mega Rayquaza. Like, what the heck?
This thing was not just the god of the skies, but also the god of luck. The first run, it got a 20% chance damage roll to barely KO me, Run number 2 it randomly went for V-Crate instead, absolutely destroying my Glaceon, and on third attempt it landed a critical hit. So when the
oh my gosh, that was kinda hilarious.
And I got curled again. Then finally
died. Oh my gosh. I had like, I think 2 or 3 deaths against this guy, so that was awesome.
on the 5th run, Glaceon only took 50% from Dragon Ascent and finished the Rayquaza. And Salamence KO'd me. Nah, just kidding. I easily took care of it with Moonblast, finally beating Jer.
You can't fool us like that.
Last battle before the Pokemon League, the inverse battle.
Okay, so this was an inverse battle. All I needed was Ice Beam and Thunderbolt, and Foul Play, and that was it. And Wish. That was all. That was all I needed. To be honest.
But yeah. The Distortion World, people. Basically, if someone was resistant or immune, it's now super effective, and the other way around.
Yeah, Ice Beam
because of this flip type chart, Ice Beam one-shot Aurorus, and Garchomp got opened by Thunderbolt. Mega Eevee took the hits from Mega Kangaskhan quite well as Glaceon, and I then turned it into Jolteon to outspeed and finish the Kangaskhan. I decided to use Vaporeon to hit her Greninja for super effective damage, but I forgot I was weak to water now as well. But also, I forgot that I had Water Absorb, so I got healed up to almost full HP.
I forgot.
The Greninja and almost knocking off my headphones. Thunderbolt cleaned up the Executor and Breloom, the Greninja, and almost knocking off my headphones. Thunderbolt cleaned up the Executor and Breloom, beating Nyx, allowing us to go to the Pokemon League. We started the second and hopefully the final stream. My Eevee had Leaf Blade, Flare Blitz, Moonblast, and Wish. I started with battling Kayla, the infuriating member, with a team built around boosting her Pokemon's stats.
There was one Victory Road member that gave me like 10 deaths. I was so upset. But yes.
And then baton passing those stats to her other Pokemon. Yes. To avoid getting put to sleep by Smeargle, I used Leaf Blade to turn to Leafeon, since grass types can't get Spore.
I did
Smeargle's defense and boosted its speed, so because it was now faster,
we tried so many
defense
times
up to her Sylveon, which also got a special attack drop from my Moonblast. She kept baton passing some more and ended up with her Mega Slowbro out, still with the defense drop, so Leaf Blade almost finished it before she switched out. Smeargle died on the switch in, and Blaziken was low enough for Moonblast to seal the deal. When SPM was low, I used Flare Blitz, predicting Scizor to be brought in using Baton Pass, hitting the nail on the head, destroying the Scizor. All of her Pokemon were low at this point, so I could easily finish them off and get our first win against the Elite Four. Yeah. Next up was Ascent using Elite Four.
By the way, he's skipping all the deaths we had because we had like so many fail attempts against the Elite Four. It was crazy.
Member Edward. His
like I got like, I'd say,
Earthquake and then got swapped out first.
I started at 48 and I ended at like 90, so yeah, I had that many deaths in the Elite Four. And
Tyranitar, which took around 60% as well. I KO'd it on the next turn, but he brought up Mega Cacturne and revived Tyranitar while I took the opportunity to heal up with Wish. Moonblast almost OHKO'd it and they healed up while I tried to finish it with Leaf Blade, but this was actually good since it allowed me to Wish on a Sucker Punch, finish it with Moonblast.
Nice, yeah, that was good.
Battle came back in to set up Sand and immediately went down to Leaf Blade.
This was such a fun challenge, by the way.
Back to full because of the max revive, again to a Leaf Blade, but this time it was able to attack me and did over half of my HP with one superpower.
Yikes.
After a bit of healing from Edward and some Sandstorm chip down to my Leafeon, Tyranitar went down. I was quite low now, but this next Pokemon, Aegislash, was very easy to heal up on. When using Wish, I turned back into Eevee, which took no damage from his Shadow Balls, and I could then use Moonblast to turn to Sylveon and easily take a Sacred Sword, after which Wish would heal me up. It took a bit, but eventually Aegislash went down while I was at almost full HP. Rotom Bosch almost went down to a Leaf Blade, then Extra
you're doing the level thing, that's crazy.
After another free hit because of Source Sense, I could outspeed and finish both his Extra and his Rotom Bosch, beating the second Elite Four member. I then challenged Waldo with his Trick Room team. After 16 failed attempts, I decided to leave the Elite Four and get rid of some speed EVs for attack and special attack, and then started my second
had a lot of attacking.
My Mega Eevee as Leafeon was now slower than his Mega Unicus, which set up Trick Room invincibility.
This one was hard, but the ice one was
allowing me to
super
KO
hard.
A combo of Leaf Blade and Flare Blitz.
Yep, it was
this
super
lured
hard.
in Marowak, which revived Unicus while I used Wish, and then used the Earthquake, which did nothing because I used Leaf Blade, almost one-shotting him. I used Moonblast while I used a full restore, leaving him out of range for another healing item, and because Trick Room ended, I outsped and finished it with Leaf Blade. Conkeldurr came in next, barely survived with Moonblast and taking me down to half HP. Because he only used one full restore Marowak, he used a second one on Conkeldurr, allowing me to use my Wish, again almost KO him, take the Drain Punch, and end up at more than half HP. He switched in Renucleus, allowing me to get
Oh
some
yeah,
decent damage on him with Leaf Blade,
it looks
a
like
Wish
it's
will
gonna
use
win.
Calm Mind, finishing with Flare Blitz and heal back to almost full. Conkeldurr was low enough to be KO'd by Leaf Blade, Scizor went down to 1 Flare Blitz, and next was Jellicent. It used Trick Room while I used Wish, and because I didn't want to get burned, I used Flare Blitz against the Water type, predicting the Will-O-Wisp, activating Flash Fire, going perfectly according to plan. Leaf Blade would have been enough to finish the job if he didn't burn and stalled immediately afterwards. For some reason I swapped Pokemon though, bringing in Togekiss on a Wish, and I got some decent damage with 2 Moonblasts while I used 2 Nasty Bloods.
Oh
Moonblast
god,
wouldn't be enough for a KO, so went for Flare Blitz to turn into an especially bulky Flareon, take the Dazzle Beam, and finish them with a Flash Fire boosted Flare Blitz. I had 8 HP remaining and I couldn't easily finish the Jellicent as Leafeon because Leaf Blade was disabled by Curse Body, but turning into Sylveon gave me more HP because of different HP stats, allowing me to just barely take 1 skull, finish the Jellicent, and win the battle. Then I challenged Yuki's Hill team. I managed to beat Mamoswine, but next was Mega Cryogonal, whose ability Sleet summoned the variant of Hail, doing 20% of your max HP at the end of each turn. This, in combination with getting outsped by a lot of stuff, made Yuki a major roadblock. The entirety of this run, we had a big level advantage and we could be very fast.
Basically, we were forced to bring Glaceon because the sleet. We were forced to bring Leafeon for the sand because it has the highest Fizz Def and it can take on the sand a lot better. We were forced to bring so many mons, and so you will see soon that
over moveset due to the move tutor. Now in the Elite Four, the level skilled were our highest level Pokemon, and we couldn't change our moveset besides with some mediocre TMs we had. We considered a lot of ideas, but none of them would work against all of the Elite Four members. I even considered Purity Mode, which should remove all new Megas and Delta Pokemon from forced battles to get rid of the Mega Cryogonal with that Sleet, but it just didn't work for some reason. With access to the move tutor in Elite 4, it might have been possible, but now we just didn't see a way. So to answer the question of can you beat Pokemon Insurgence with only 1 Eevee without items in battle? Sadly, no. At least
yeah, it was impossible. Like we were thinking Curse, Dig, Quick Attack, Wish, but Dig is a post-game TM. We had so many ideas, but the answer is no, and X items were the only way.
At least not according to Sep and I. If someone manages to find a way to beat this challenge, I'd be very interested in hearing everything about it.
Honestly.
However, I didn't want to end the challenge here, so let's try the rest of the Elite Four with items in battle. I bought a bunch of X items, still filled miserably a bunch of times
I
because
could not beat
members are already beaten, but eventually got back to Yuki 4 hours into the stream. Because Leaf Blade didn't kill the Mamoswine, I could use that to turn into the officially bulky Leafeon, easily take the Earthquake and start setting up X defense. At plus 2 defense, I could crash a bit less than half of my HP, which was still a ton of damage. I had beaten the last 3 Elite Four members with just X items and not healing items, still relying on Wish, but it was already past midnight for me at that point, and I didn't want to waste an hour losing to Yuki because I refused to use healing items, so I decided to just go ahead and use them. I only had Hyper Potions though, so it wasn't like I could instantly heal my Eevee back to full HP. After 2 Hyper Potions, she missed an Ice Crash, and for some reason she then went for Earthquake instead and then switched out, allowing me to boost my special defense by 2 stages as well. When my attack, defense, speed and special defense were all at plus 2, I attacked the Delta Trevenant, which barely survived the Moonblast, but on the turn I used an X special attack to switch back into Mamoswine. With my setup, I could now OHKO most of her Pokemon except Chandelure, but after a bit of dancing around, it went down and I ended back at almost full HP, and after finishing the rest of the team, I could now battle the champion. Rook routed champion led with his armored Tyranitar, so after I used Leaf Blade and I got crit by a crunch, I started boosting my defense. He also started setting up with Dragon Dance, so I decided to heal up before setting up more, but he switched out his Tyranitar for some reason, bringing in Delta Haxorus. It couldn't do much to me, so I just used 2 X items for each set and eventually one-shot them with a crit. It Shadow Mewtwo dropped my attack with Intimidate and outsped me even though I had plus 2 speed, but his Flamethrower did only around a quarter of my HP. I decided to use Wish against Kyurem and then use Protect, which I thought to Eevee via TM instead of Flare Blitz because it didn't need a ladder for Rookra. After a bit of recovery, Kyurem was an easy OHKO. Sylveon managed to take Delta Volcarona hits pretty decently and dropped a special attack with Moonblast, and after a bunch of Roost spamming, Volcarona went down. Tyranitar came in next and because of the intimidation I barely didn't one-shot it with Leaf Blade, but they was their turn with Dragon Dance, so I could take them down, and last was Flygon? That's not a Flygon.
Yeah, that's not Flygon. Apparently, Purity Mode, this is the only thing that happens. But you see, It's an Ampharos! Right here! But it says Flygon! Huh? What? Apparently this is the only thing that happens in purity mode.
Okay, so you remember how I mentioned turning on purity mode earlier,
Yeah.
but it did nothing? I still have purity mode on, and I think this is the one thing it changed since Mega Flygon is a new Mega, so it changed to Mega Ampharos. It didn't really matter because I would have easily dealt with Mega Flygon too, but anyways, Mega Ampharos went down to 1 Moonblast, and with this hilarious ending, we are now the new champions. So to answer the question of can you beat Pokemon Insurgence with only one Eevee with items in battle, yes you can. Even with items in battle, the Elite Four wasn't easy, mainly Kayla and Lana, which I cut out because already showed me defeating them, but it's still sad that we failed the original challenge. London, which I cut out because already showed me defeating them, but it's still sad that we failed the original challenge. Some of you might be wondering, how did it go for Dashing Sceptile? Well, he managed to defeat Kayla, but that's where the journey ended for him. After a lot of IDs, he gave up, and because I defeated 3 Elite Four members without items in battle,
it was so hard,
I won the competition. Overall, it was a very enjoyable challenge, and it wouldn't have been the same without the added element of competition. If you enjoyed this video, I have a playlist with other playthrough challenges linked in the description. Next month, I will attempt to beat it.
So, that's gonna, as you saw, Viperio, did very well, and, I might beat the Elite Four on sometime soon when I'm off of school, so I might honestly, do the Elite Four on stream very soon, but yeah, so that was the reaction. Please check out the original video. That's gonna be it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, my Subtitle Squad, and to everyone else that's watching, thank you.